Hey y'all, I'm back. So I'm gonna talk about life after lockup. Let me tell y'all something, because I got a lot of stuff to talk about. And I'm be going out of town this week for a few days. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Jackie with a Q. You gotta make it happen for yourself. You gotta make it happen for yourself, right? I can't wait to get my t-shirts and stuff, y'all. I'm gonna get t-shirts and mugs to say, make it happen for yourself, right? But anyway, again, welcome. Drop down in the description box, and all my social medias is there, my Cash App, my email. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you comment, make sure you like. It's real important that you like, guys, for what they tell me, because that's how I get in the algorithm, right? So make sure you like, okay? And today, like I said, I'm talking about DAONTE. Now, it's other characters on the show. I'm going to talk about them all. Not all of them. I'm going to talk about a few, right? But DAONTE, I got to hit him first. I told y'all way back, because he's the most interesting dumbass I've seen in a long time. I like him. He done grew on everybody, I believe. I like him. He just dumb, right? But anyway, he's just a sucker for love, and that's all right. That's all right. He want to be in love. We all want some love, right? But you got to get it from the right place. So now, listen. Him and his friend is in the kitchen, and they talking. And the friend asking him some questions like, you didn't even hit, you didn't do this, why you like her, fuck her. What I didn't know, and he talked about it, if he talked about it before, I didn't hear it. He said that the other girl that he met on the prison website, when they broke up, she was calling for him, and he was through with her, and then she died. He didn't say how she died. I don't think she did. For some reason, I want to say it was an overdose. I don't know. But, so, Nicole is calling him now, leaving messages, and his friend's like, girl, I'm like, man, forget her. Forget her. She ain't did nothing for you. Forget her, right? He like, no, but I don't want it to be like that same situation. Something could be wrong with her. See, he's such a nice guy. I ain't met nobody like him in a long time. He's such a nice guy. His niceness overrules his brain, right? Now, we know this girl don't like you for real. But you such a nice guy, right? So he said something like, I don't want the same thing to happen like the other girl. I want to say her name was Chelsea. I don't know where I got that from. I think that was her name, right? So he had never said that before, that she passed. She was calling him, and he didn't respond, and the next thing he knew, she was dead. That got to weigh heavy. And he said that. He said he don't want it to weigh heavy on me. So he got to see what she want. The friend is telling him, no, man. Fuck her. You don't need to see what she want, right? So DAONTE was like, well, yeah, she going with this Justin Bieber lookalike. I thought that was funny, right? He called the girl Justin Bieber lookalike. But anyway, he said Justin Bieber, Machine Gun Kelly. He named another white guy, right? But the girl that Nicole is going with, her family comes from money. Now, she don't look like it. Nicole, bless her heart, she trying to get a job. She trying to do what she's supposed to do. Girlfriend told her, I don't think you should take a job. I don't think you need no job. So what they gonna do for money? You have money, she don't, right? So then the girlfriend told her, well, if you want to play DAONTE, go ahead, man, that's cool. So that's how Nicole calls him, right? Because the girlfriend gave her approval for her to play games with DAONTE, as long as she don't have sex with him and it don't go nowhere. So I guess the white girl is a pip like, right? That's pippy behavior, right? So DAONTE, bless his heart, he contemplating. I seen the video, he do lives on Instagram a lot, so I happened to run across one. And he was saying that, because I asked him myself, do you only like white girls? Shit seemed like every time you do a live, that's who you around, and you keep picking them out the prison, like, you went on a date with the black girl, and that's what his friend was telling him, like, what happened with her? She like you, and she ain't gonna use you. Like, give her a chance. He trying to worry about Nicole, and Nicole ain't talked to him in 4 months. 4 months. If I meet somebody and we ain't talked to, like, guys will call me randomly. Somebody I talked to once, a few times, last year, year before, if I pick up the phone and it's them, and I talk nice, and then I be like, shit, I'm gonna block you, because what we talking about? Nothing, right? Now, if me and you would have had some kikis and ha-has, then that's okay if you call me periodically because you're my friend. But just so random dude, we ain't that, 4 months is a very long time. That's a very long time. You're clearly not interested. For me, if you call yourself liking me, you need to talk to me every day. If a day go by, you don't like me. That's just how I feel. If a day go by and you ain't called me, you don't like me. Now, unless you got hit by a car or the dog died or something really important, you don't like. If you don't call me every day, you don't like me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's how I eliminate. I ain't mad. I ain't nothing. I just know you don't like me. Not for real. Because a man is supposed to pursue. Now, DAONTE, bless his heart, he was trying to pursue, but she don't want no parts. And I'm trying to think, did he say she had him blocked? I think he did say that when he was talking to mama. So she ain't, Anyway, he's gonna meet up with her. He's gonna meet up with her. They didn't say it, but the friend said, I bet you he's gonna give us a second chance. Now, what I hope, because there was a preview they were showing, his car was in a ditch. I'm thinking now, because they haven't showed that preview in a couple of weeks, and we never saw him go in the ditch. I'm thinking now, is he going to try to rescue Nicole, and then his car go down in a little ditch or something? Like, I don't know. Like, DAONTE is just, he's a nice, stupid guy, right? You like him because he's nice, his heart is pure, but you dumb. At some point, you can't stop people from walking over you, right? But he was saying on his live, back to the live, that people ask him, I guess they asked him something like what I asked him, right? And something about black women, and he said, well, my mama black. I don't know if he said he had sisters, but he was like, he black or something, he never really kind of answered, but it meant like, I don't degrade black women or something to that effect, right? But it just appears, DAONTE, that you're not interested in black women. You'd rather let these white girls keep walking all over you. That's what it appears to be. Because it seems like he's going from city to city, visiting them and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And going live and having the time of his life, right? And I think for real, he's probably just socially awkward, right? Even though he talks, he makes sense when he's speaking, but I think he might be socially awkward. And black women, we're aggressive, and he probably can't handle that, right? But anyway, his friend is doing his best. His friend is doing his absolute best to keep him from Nicole and try to talk some sense into him. He not hearing it, he ain't having it, right? So that was DAONTE. Now let me see the other one. They ain't showed them other people who are. Oh! Brittany and Ray. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. She going to run him away. Because Ray got shit on his mind. And we all know black men cannot handle stress. Not no young one anyway. He ain't lived enough life to be able to deal with that type of pressure. Can't handle no pressure. So, bless his heart, Ray been going to work. He got the bracelet off. He been going to work. Now, Brittany is living in a fantasy world, in my opinion, right? She's like, oh yeah, the first check gonna be mad because I've been doing this. Her and her girlfriend talking and they shopping. And she's like, I've been doing this and I've been doing that, I've been doing this and I've been doing that. Now, in my mind, I know that the check, he's not getting ready to give you his whole check. That's the first little piece of change he done had in 4-5 years, right? So anyway, she's talking about the check, and then we get married and have the kids, get my ring. She's talking all this grandiose stuff that he is not ready for, right? So he at work talking to the coworker. Get the check. He get the check, right? He opened up the check, y'all. I don't know how much it was, but he evidently didn't know. I thought I had my phone on silent. He evidently didn't know that taxes come out of your check. Now, I don't know if he ever worked a job before or what, right? But he was surprised about how much they took out. And I think he worked 60 hours, so he been putting in some overtime. He been putting in some work, right? So, he looking for all this money. I thought I had turned my phone off. He was looking for all this money, right? That wasn't there. And so he said, well, I got just enough to get back here. And you know, that's a problem. You can feel like that at certain jobs and certain wages, right? Like, you working for nothing. You know, that's why I'm trying to figure out different streams of income for myself, because it, first of all, it takes up all of your time. If it did take up all of your time, okay, cool. But it takes up all of your time, right? And then, so you don't have any time and you don't have any money, but to get up and go do it all over again. And then you do that for 30 years and then you die. No, I don't want to do that, right? I ain't never wanted to do that. So, but today I want to do things legally in the right way, right? But I ain't that, But anyway, he said he was looking so disgusted, and I felt so sorry for him. And at that point, this is what happens with a lot of black men. They know they can make money another kind of way, much more than what they're getting from a job. So they throw rocks at the penitentiary to get the money so they can live the lifestyle they want to live. Take care of their family. Ray wants to do the right thing. He wants to do the right thing. But he don't really know how, right? And how he's going to be able to survive. Plus, he got that $143,000 restitution. Like, he must have took a lot of money. I'm telling y'all, he took a lot of money. He had to take a lot of money, right? So, for the restitution to be that much. So, he said, he talked to the co-worker. He was like, this ain't enough. I got to figure something out, blah, blah, blah. He said, I'm trying to do this the right way. And I feel him. I totally get it. I understand. Especially somebody, you done been locked up. Now you free. You don't want to go back. But they ain't giving you enough to stay. It's a quagmire, right? So he go home, he cooking. Now she out shopping. She being a housewife, right? She wants to be a housewife so bad, right? She out shopping with her friends, spending up money that they don't have. And then, when Ray talked about that $143,000 and he was with his family, the uncle and the daddy, she said, well, is that something that I have to take on? The uncle said, yeah. The daddy said, yeah. Like, why would you ask that question? I mean, I get it y'all together, but shit, I don't want to take on nobody else's debts, right? Not that big of a debt. But anyway, so he's cooking, he's chopping onions, he's cooking. Ray seems like a nice guy, but Brittany's putting too much pressure on him. He pressure bust pipes, y'all. So I see it about to happen. So he's cooking and he cooking pots and pans and chopping and doing this and that, right? So she come in like Holly housewife, and how's your day? And all this. So he said, wait a minute, hold it. Let me show you something. He said, I got my first check today. She was like, oh, you got your first check, yay! And he don't look happy. He said, well, let me show you something. He go get the check and show it to her. She looked baffled, right? So she said, well, Ray, you have to pay the taxes. And he said, this ain't enough for me to do nothing with. And she was like, well, you're on your way to, us having kids, getting married, getting the ring. She keep talking about the ring, getting married, and the kids. Too much pressure. That's a no, sis. Stop doing that, right? Stop. Please. You're going to run him straight away. You're going to be over there with Grandma. Grandma already told him, come on, right? So an argument ensues because he's like, quit saying that. I don't want to hear that. It's like she's not understanding where he's coming from. She was trying to explain, this is what we do. You have to pay your taxes, be a good person, and so on and so forth. He knows that, but that's not what he want to hear right now. And she should have tried to comfort him in whatever way she knew how. But she's too busy talking about the wedding and the kids and the ring, right? And then he stopped cooking and went on in the room. He said, you finished cooking and do, he got mad. I don't think he wants to blow up in the cameras, but let me tell you what I think. It just come to me. I think that Ray probably has a bad temper, right? He ain't showed it to her. That might be what it is. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably been used to doing whatever he want to do when he want to do it, right? Now you got these confines that you're in, these restrictions. And so this is what he did, a demonstration. It was some noodles, whatever they was getting ready to cook, some funny, different kind of noodles I ain't seen. And he had them on the table. He said, this is my check. And then he took a big clump of the noodles and put them in the garbage, threw them in the garbage angrily, and said, that's the $143,000. And then he said, this is the bills. And he said, this is what I got left, a couple of them little pieces of noodle, right? I was like, oh, he's, Don't let him get like that. Because, you know, when you start thinking, I've been there, right? When you start thinking like that, all type of shit goes through your mind. Like, I can do this, this, and that, right? And 9 times out of 10, it's some illegal shit that you could think of to do to get some money instead of fooling with these folks, going in there working all day, and you ain't got enough money but to get back to work, right? So I get him. But she's putting too much pressure on him, and I don't know how long they gonna make it. I don't know how they gonna last if she don't come into reality, right? Because the reality of the thing, like, she works 2 jobs. She's got a mom and dad and all those people, right? She's not in living in reality, because he's frustrated inside. He's frustrated inside, right? And I wish him well, but he needs to see, when you're like that, especially a man, he needs to talk to somebody who's been in his shoes, not his daddy. Because if daddy ain't never been to the penitentiary, ain't never had a little low-paying job, daddy probably can't help him. He needs to speak with somebody who is has been in that position and has overcame, so that he can have hope. See, when you feel in despair, you need to see hope. You need to hear hope, right? And that's not what she's given. She's trying to be logical about the shit, and that's not. And then you being illogical at the same time, talking about a ring and a wedding. He kept saying, "Well, how am I buy that? How am I do that? How am I going to do that?" Right? And she was like, "Well, it's 2 of us. It's us." You know, she wants the vision of a marriage without actually doing what it takes to be married, right? Because he's clearly not ready, and she's not hearing him that he's not ready. So anyway, I'm trying to think. Oh, we got now Stan and Lisa. That's the millionaire white guy, 65, and the girl. Now let me tell y'all something. I told y'all. I forgot her name. What is her name? I forgot her name. She was gay. Now, when he picked her up from jail, she was looking like a whole dude, right? She was looking like a whole dude, right? And Lisa, that's her name, Stan and Lisa. She was looking like a whole dude, right? She had the whole butch cut, the whole swag was dude, right? So he went and got her some wigs. She didn't like them. She went and got some latches or something that you crochet onto your hair. She got that. Now there's a person who she been talking to. I'm assuming it's a female. That's what I'm assuming. It's a female. You know, now like I told y'all before, it's just me. I don't know nothing about it. I ain't in that world, but from what I see, is when they like the same sex as them, they're gonna go back. They're gonna find a reason to get back to that, right? So, Stan got a phone call. Now he's sick. She take care of him. He's sick. He laying up there with the blanket. I don't know if that's a toupee on his head. They say it's not a toupee, but it looks mighty toupee-ish to me. Well, anyway, he got her truck. So she said she wants some money to do something with. He said, "Well, you done spent a lot." You know, she said, "Well, I could have spent it all." You know, see, these people don't be appreciative. Like, I don't understand these poor ragged asses. Y'all don't be appreciative. If you want some money from the man, or you gonna trick him nicely. You know, talk to him nice, right? But anyway, they so privileged, like somebody really wants your ragged ass. So she told him that, you know, she had other options before him. That's what she told him, right? But she don't want to break it off because, you know, they didn't invest the time. Right? Well, anyway, the phone rang and he didn't answer it. And it rang again, he didn't answer. He said, "Go on and answer it." All right? He said, "Oh, no, it's just a scam call," or whatever he called it, right? She said she knew that it wasn't, and it was a female. So then he said, "Well, I'm gonna say Betty Boo. That's Betty Boo. I used to talk to her. She's just a friend. We talk. That's all. Nothing big deal." She took it upon herself to get angry about that, right? Like, first of all, he's 65, sis. He ain't got so much juice in him, right? He there with you. He's spending his money with you. You just got out of jail, so surely he has female friends that he know and talk to your man, right? So anyway, she gets mad about that. But the reason why she got so upset, I think, because she wanted to leave. She wanted to leave. So she packed a bag and told him she was going to give him 48 hours to think about it. And when she come back, he need to say, "Let's get married." That's what she told him, right? She put her foot down. She put her foot down. So he didn't chase after her. He just looked a little strange. So I don't know, but I'm willing to bet that she's going to see a female. That's what she wants. She's going to see a female, right? You know what I mean? You gay. Right? So we'll see how that turns out. Now, the other people, the dude that's on here, right, they didn't show them. They showed another couple that's interesting, but I ain't never started telling y'all about it, so I ain't gonna talk about them. But she done lost all their money. She tried to invest this other couple that was on last season, Love After Lockup. They're on Life After Lockup. They're an interesting couple. Her mom is an alcoholic and on drugs, and well, she was trying to get a sober house, and her and her husband, they invested some money with these other people, and dude ran off with the money. He's still on dope. I'll tell y'all about that next week because I got to get their names. But they were on last season of Love After Lockup. But like I said, they're a very interesting couple. They've had a baby. They're doing well. She was the one that was in prison, and they're doing well. But she revealed yesterday that she like girls, and it's like, this shit's so crazy, y'all. But anyway, y'all pray for DAONTE. We're going to have a prayer meeting with DAONTE because, you know, he just worried. He worried about the girl. Like, I don't know. I hope when he see this, because this was already aired, that when he sees this, he realized just how stupid. I think he do. That's why he be on Instagram. Yeah, he knows how stupid he looked. But at the time, he didn't know he was being stupid. That's what he said. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, hit the like button for me right now. Hit the like button. All my social media stuff is down in the description box. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to Jacquie with a Q. Hit the bell. And make sure you make it happen for yourself. Also, the link to my daughter's book will be in the description box as well. And when you buy it, when you read it, make sure you leave a review. Okay? So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna, you know, that Karen Civil stuff is brewing. It's brewing, right? So I'm gonna have the tea on that, some more tea on that, because I forgot to tell y'all this in my last video. So this conversation was just a few hours ago that they had, and I was reading the comments, and Jessie Wu commented and told Jason Lee, thanks, me taking this information to my lawyer. So this shit is ongoing, y'all. It's ongoing. And Jessie Wu, you know, everybody else, you know, said she was scamming, didn't really put no action on it. Jessie Wu has put action on it and continues to put action on it. So we'll see where that goes, y'all. So anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Jacquie with a Q. I'm getting ready to go to bed and watch me a good movie, right? All right, I really want something sweet, y'all. I've been battling with that. But anyway, I'll tell y'all about that another time. Bye-bye.